What's up, guys? Welcome back to Keither.net E-mini S&P 500 Index Futures Daily Chart Review. And today we're going to hop right into it on the 5-minute chart here. We're going to look at and see what happened overnight and what happened yesterday. If you watched yesterday's video, we trended up and we gained about 20 points, I believe it was, on the day. And we just trended up almost the entire day. So overnight here, let's see what happened. We really flagged out here. You can see I drew in a trend line here, just kind of following it. And it went ahead and broke out around midnight. And then it broke back down, it came back up. So it's essentially just kind of waving back and forth, going sideways right here. So let's go ahead into the mornings and see what happens here. And again, we came back up. We're back in the 21 EMA. We're basically going sideways here. The market usually makes a move right before they open. So let's see what it does here. And there you go. That's that move right there. 7 a.m. About an hour and a half before the market opens. We're breaking down right there. And look at that. We're really starting to move downward now. And there we go. Now, the thing I want to mention here is that with this huge rally we had yesterday, we're bound to give some of this back. Unless we're just on a really, really hot streak and we're just going up and up for days, we tend to usually give some of it back, especially if it's very, very exaggerated like it was yesterday. So, saw part of it there, but that's all right. So we came back down here to this level around 1984, 98, 1984, 1985 even, let's say that. Now I just want to go back here and see where that falls over here. 1984. So we gave about half of it up. We came back to this area during the day yesterday in the middle where we really kind of flagged out and stalled for a little bit. So that's no surprise. Really, I expect more downside because, again, it was such an exaggerated move. It just usually happens that it gives it back before going higher. Or sometimes it doesn't even go higher. It was just a last push of the bulls pushed it up, and that's it. So anyways, this is the 5-minute chart. We saw what happened overnight. We went sideways. We broke down before the open. And kind of here you can see it pulled back and it came back to the 21 EMA. Kind of did it here again right at the open. But let's go ahead and look at our tick chart, which we'll use for our review. So again, here's yesterday, here's the overnight, and let's start our bar by bar review. Okay, so we open it up with a red candle, and we are continuing to go down here. We're right at the 1984 level. Okay, let's see what happens. Now, the first thing, as I just mentioned, the 5-minute chart, we came back to this area where it was like it found support here in the middle of the day before continuing higher on the day. I'm going to go ahead and draw in a price level that encompasses most of this right here. And I'm going to use, well, I'm not even going to do that. I'm going to go ahead and put the low. I'm going to be conservative. I'm going to go ahead and delete. No, I'm going to leave that for now. But my point is that since this was such an area, it found support here in the middle of the day, and now we're almost back there. I'm going to be watching this level to break down below it and possibly pull back to it for a short if we continue to the downside. So let's see what happens. Okay, we pulled back up and we're in the 21 EMA. Now I'm going to be looking for a failure here because one, this doji right here, it's perfect. It's right in the 21 EMA. It's exactly what you want to see on a pullback to the 21 EMA. As I just discussed, we have this support level here that's very near. And if you look here, we're actually on this level here that encompasses most of this, the lower half of this flag here. So I'm really going to look for a pullback and a breakdown of this level. And if we break this level, we can assume we're going to at least get another, what is that, 84 down to 81.75. So about 2 points. We can assume we're going to get at least 2 points between these two levels here. So let's see what happens. Okay, and that's our signal bar right there, and it couldn't be better. It's right at that 1984 level, which we wanted to look at. So anything below 1984, we're going to go short here off of the 21 EMA pullback. So 1983.75, we want to go short. This is our signal bar, and see if we get an entry bar. And there we go. We're in this right now. It's not the best candle. I would have liked to seen the body close below this level, but we're going to go ahead and see what happens. So we're in at 1983.75. And look right there. 1983.75, and we're already down to 1982.75. So that's our point right there, which is really, really quick. I mean, just a few candles, boom, we got our point and we're out. That is one successful trade on the day. Now this is really one you might want to hold for more than a point. My strategy calls for 1 point. That is my strategy. I still need to make the video that explains my strategy a little bit more in depth, but this is definitely one that I would sit in a little bit further. We got our point really quickly. It worked out perfectly. And we at least believe it's going to come down to 81.75. So I'm going to say that I'm going to sit in this. And for the purpose of the video, we got our 1 point. That's one successful trade. But I would sit in this and let's see what happens. I do expect it to continue down to this level and probably even this level. And it just has these beautiful levels all the way down. We have this area in between here, we have this area in between here, we have this here, and then we have this big level here. If we break through this, we can assume we're going to go all the way down here. So that'll be a nice trade if we continue down today. And look at that. That is beautiful. Easy 2 points right there, guys. We played our 21 EMA pullback. We talked about these levels here that were produced yesterday. And look at that. It was just an easy 2 quick points in the market. It doesn't get any easier than that. So let's continue. And look at that. When did we get in here? Let's see here. 83.75. And it came down to 80.25, it looks like. So that's a really nice move. And that's easy money and easy trade, more importantly. So let's continue to see what happens here. Now see, it's breaking right through these levels that I was just showing. And that kind of stinks for our strategy because it hasn't pulled back yet. If you want to be more aggressive, you could call this a pullback, even though it didn't come near the 21 EMA. But let's just continue. Keep looking for our strategy, see what happens. The only way I'm going to go off my strategy here is if we break this level, because we cannot miss this. If it breaks this, we're going to get a nice move down. These smaller levels, you could play them, but I'm not going to worry too much about them. You can't catch them all. And there we are. We are right back at this level here. So we really want to break. We want to break this level. And if it does break that level, like here, this is a signal candle. If we get an entry here, I'm going to take it, even though it didn't pull all the way back to the 21 EMA. If you have some good levels and some good candles that show movement, this is close enough. And even look here. This is about the same area. This one's a little larger, but again, it didn't pull all the way back before continuing. So let's see what happens. Okay, we are going to go for a short here. This is our signal bar. This is our entry bar. But since I wanted to wait and see, we're going to go anything below this candle. We're going to use our entry bar as a signal bar. So anything below 76.25, so 76 even, we're going to go short here. And there we go. We are in this trade right there off of that big red candle with movement. And real quick, we just broke that level I was talking about. Short level, or small area, small. We got this big area right here. We just broke that. So let's go ahead and sit in this one and see what it can do for us. Okay, we're back. And let's see what it does. So we are in this. Where were we here? Okay, there we go. I lost my place. Hold on. Alright guys, sorry about that. I lost my place on the chart and I didn't want to reveal the future because I have not seen the day today. I'm playing this as live as possible. So we are in this right here. We use this as a signal bar, as a second signal bar. So we said anything below 76.25. So 76 even, we're in. We got this white candle, and then as we just saw before I paused the video, we got this big red candle here. So 76 even. Look at that. On this one big red candle here, we got our point right there. Came right down to 75 even. Now, this is another one that I'm going to, for the purposes of the video, we have 2 successful trades off our strategy, but it is one that I would hold and be very, very lenient with because of that big level I'm talking about. The only thing that worries me right here is look at this doji. It's kind of like a hangman here. This was from the flag yesterday, this slanting trend line here. It may be kind of hard to see, but this one that's coming straight down here diagonally, that is from the flag yesterday, and it looks like it wants to test that as support, but let's see what happens. And look at that, it did a little bit. So we're going to keep a close leash on this one, but this is something that I think we need to sit in and try to maximize our profit on. Okay, we're back at the 21 EMA. Okay, now this is a little more worrisome. We had this nice big red candle, again, down to this slanting trend line here. Then we reversed it with this white candle. So let's see what happens. Okay, so we tried again to break it. We got a doji, and we hit a white candle right there. And let's just keep playing. We're just kind of banging around here. No biggie. And there we go. I'm gonna have to pull the chart back a little bit. I want to see. Okay. Yep, we tagged it right there. So that was definitely worth sitting through this little congestion here. You were never in trouble. It did give you some signs that might want to make you jump out, like this red candle and then the white reversal candle. But then we got this red engulfing candle. And then again, it rejected it off this level a few times. But really, this is worth sitting through when you have a very, very clear level like that. So we have 3 successful trades on the day, I believe, and no losses. So that's a pretty good day right there so far. And it is only 9:12 a.m. So let's see how it plays off of this level. It's really a bigger level than all the other ones. So let's see if it can find support and maybe even move up on the day. So at this point of the day, I'm really going to play it safe. I'm expecting a reversal and maybe we'll get some upside, but you don't know that until you see it. I'm just basing that off of these levels of support right here, these 2 big levels. So let's continue on here. Okay, we definitely broke past that. And now we're back at the 21 EMA. So we're looking for another short here. I really expected some upside, but I don't know. Now we're using this this slanting trend line as resistance if it fails here. So let's see what happens. All right, I'm gonna use, this was actually our signal bar and this was our entry bar, but because it's at that resistance and it's a little above the 21 EMA, I'm gonna use this as our signal bar. So anything above or anything below 69.75. So 1969.50, we would go short here, and we're in this trade. 69.50, 68.50. We got our point right there. So that's, I believe it's 4. It might be 3. I have to go watch the video, but 3 or 4 successful trades, no losers. I'm going to say 4 right now. And yes, there we go. And this was another one that you really wanted to sit in, because if I would have scrolled back and saw this level here, this is all free fall. We broke through, we came back up and tested it, and this is a free fall right down to this level. So that's definitely when you want to be a little more aggressive and sit in and wait for it to come back to that level. And you could have grabbed a few points there, it looks like. Let's see. Yep, you could definitely get a few points on that. Would have been a pretty easy trade to sit through. Let's continue. We're back at the 21 EMA. Now this is a tricky one. This is a beautiful doji. It's exactly what you want to see, but it didn't really pull back. It was 2 big white candles that got us right back to the 21 EMA. I'm going to give it one more red candle and see what happens. Okay, and we didn't get a red candle after that. Let's see what happens. There we go. If we go back below 67 even, so 69.75, we will go short for another trade here. Let's see what happens. And we're knocked into this trade right there. So 66.75 is our entry. And let's see what happens. 66.75, and there we go. We hit 65.75 right there. So that's another point. That is 5 successful trades on the day and no losses. And here's one thing to point out right here. We came here. We almost hit this level on this one. We did hit it here. This is close enough to be considered a double bottom. So if we reverse here and start to move back up, you really want to take that serious as maybe a change in direction, because that would be a double bottom. This is definitely close enough. So let's see what it does here. It could just continue down. It could reverse here a little bit. Let's see what happens. We tested it, and now we got a white candle. And we broke down again. So at this point, we broke this level. I'm not going to go back because I don't want to lose my place, but it looks like we got another free fall here. I don't see any more support levels that have been drawn in. If I were live trading this, not recording, I would go back and see, but let's just play it. And there we go. We're breaking down, and we're coming back up. Okay, we're back to the 21 EMA once again. So we really want to look for a good play off the 21 EMA. Again, this looks like a free fall. I'm not going to go confirm it, but it looks like it. So if we break through this level, we can assume it's going to continue down again until it finds support. So let's look for a good reversal here. Okay, this would actually be our signal bar. I'm going to give it one more bar as I have pretty much all day here. So here we go. Anything below 63.75, so 63.50, we're going to go short here. And we got knocked in right there, 63.50. Let's see what happens. Okay, and we bounced back up, 63.50, and I would definitely be out of this. That just took a 3-point move right there. I'm not going to sit in for 3 points. Usually my max stop is 2. So that is one failed trade on the day. We have 5 successful, 1 failed. Got a pretty good day going here. And it is only 9:55 a.m. Today was massive. We had so much volume. And at this point, it broke it. It just made a higher high and a lower high here. So at this point, we're going to start looking and see, is it continuing to the upside? Because look at that. This can either be a reverse, and now we're going to head higher, or it could actually be a flag. Another thing to look at here, we have this sloping trend line that I drawn in. It's probably going to test this level. So we're going to play this if we can, because I'm expecting it at least to come up to here to 1970 area. So this is actually, we're on the 21 EMA. This is our signal bar. Anything above 67.25, I'm going to go long here. So 67.50, we will get into a long trade here. And we got knocked into it right there, 67.50. Let's see what it does. Okay, 67. And again, that's another like 3-point move there. I am out of this trade. We have 5 winners, 2 losses on the day. We got this huge, massive candle here. I'm a little gun shy at this point because that didn't work out. So let's see what it's going to do. Okay, we came up and now we're back down to the 21 EMA. And we're just really bouncing around here. Really just looking for some movement again. It's only 10 a.m. This is going to be a long video, guys. I hope you sit tight. All right, we broke down. I'm still looking for direction here. We kind of flagged out, or we didn't flag out. We came back up and we just kind of like stalled out. So I'm really looking for direction. Even if it continues down here, I'm not ready to jump back in. And it didn't. Getting kind of a flag here now. Now that we came up, we're flagging out a little bit to this direction. Okay, we had a nice large white candle there to the upside. And we failed back down. So really, we have 5 losses on the, or 5 wins on the day, 2 losses. We're sitting pretty. We don't have to jump right back into anything here. It's just a wait and see game at this point. Now, we might break out here. We're at this top level here. We hit it here, we hit it here, we hit it here. We may be trying to move up, but no, we come right back down again. So at this point, you could also draw in price levels here. and say, okay, is this a channel? Is this a legitimate channel that's forming here? And it looks like it has been here. I'm a little late to draw it in, but it's really hard to tell. It's not. It has some really large candles in a very small range relative to those candles. So they are playable. It's going from 67.50 area to 64.25. So that's definitely playable from here to here to here to here, here to here. You can definitely play that. All right, so let's take a look at it. Let's try to play a channel because that is our secondary strategy when the 21 EMA is not working. We have came back to the bottom of this channel line here. We're going to look for an entry to go long and go all the way back up to 67.50, 67.75. So let's see here. That's definitely our entry, our signal bar. So anything above 65.75, we're going to go long. 65.75, so 66 even. And we're looking to go up to 67.50 at least. So 66 even, we want to go long here. We didn't get an entry. And we did not get our entry. And that's canceled at this point because we did break back below. So let's just wait and see once again. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and say this is another signal bar. So an entry bar would be at 66.25. Again, plenty of room for a point. We're going up to 67.50 is what we believe. So 66.25, we want to go long. And we got knocked into the trade there, 66.25. So we got a couple ticks to go here before we're knocked out. Okay. And we are definitely out of that trade. So it's 5 successful trades on the day and 3 failed trades. And it looks like we're breaking down here. If it does go back below 62.50, so 62.25, I will take a short. You really can't be afraid to jump back in because this is a nice candle. And we just broke this whole area of congestion to the low side. So let's go 62.25 and we'll go short. And there we go. We finally had some redemption. Finally some redemption on this. 62.25. You definitely, our 2-point stop would have worked. So we wouldn't have got knocked out. And it fell down. So 62.25 and it came all the way down to 60 even. So you definitely had an area for 2 points there. We definitely got our 1 point. So that puts us 50-50 today. 6 successful trades, 3 failed trades. Let's continue on here. All right, now the beautiful thing here is that we finally have direction. And it is only 11:35. So we broke down. We have direction to the downside. And now we are back at the 21 EMA. So it's safe to say that we're looking to go short again. That's a nice white candle, but don't be fooled. It could still go down. And look at that. It reversed it with that candle. Now, this is technically a signal bar, but I'm going to give it 1 extra candle because all the sideways action here in the last couple hours. Let's see here. All right, we're going to use this as our signal bar, and our entry will be anything below 61. So 19.60.75, we'll go short here. Okay, we got knocked into the trade there. 60.75, we came down to 60.50. Let's see what it does. Okay, we got some more back and forth action here. And did we get our point there? 60.75, we went all the way down to 59.75. So we got our point exactly right there, right on the money. Let's see if it'll go any lower. And we did not. We got a huge candle. So we just got out of that one there just for our point. And then before it reversed there. So that's 7 successful trades, 3 failed trades on the day. And let's take a look at the time. It's only noon. Wow. We had a ton of volume today. All right. So we broke these recent highs. We're creating another lower low here. Lower, lower low right here. And these are some massive candles. And look at the volume on these. That's high volume on the day. Not many more. This red one here. We had some green ones here. That is massive in relation to today. So we're going to start looking for the upside once again. Waiting for our pullback, and there we go. All right, so this is actually a signal bar, but as I've been doing all day, I'm going to give it an extra bar. Let's see what happens. So anything above 64.50, so 64.75, we'd go long. And we definitely have room for a point before we hit this next level. So 64.75, we want to go long. We did not get that entry, but we pulled back to the 21 EMA, and we're flagging out again here potentially. So let's look for another entry long, unless it fails on us here. Okay, and we did go back down. So really, this is a lot of back and forth, sideways action. I may even stop trading for the day here. I have 7 trades successful, 3 failed. And really, if you're trading live, you don't have to take every single trade. You might have gotten 4 of those successful trades and just quit for the day. And when the action goes like this and you're just kind of going back and forth, you may want to do that. But for the purpose of this video, let's continue. Okay. We pulled back. We broke through this low here. Let's see what it's doing. And we reverse with another massive white candle, but the volume's not there like it was back here. So let's keep that in mind. Okay, and we're back at this sloping trend line here. Let's see what happens. All right. So we're going to wait for one more bar, see if we get a signal bar. We got a signal bar. Let's say anything below 59.50, we'll go short here. So 59.25, we'd go short. Okay. We had a white candle in between there. But if you would have had your stop in there, you wouldn't have had time to change it. So you would have been knocked in here at 59.25. We went down to 59 even. Let's see what happens. And we're out on that one. So that's 7 successful trades on the day and 4 failed trades. And really, this action's not worth playing. It looks like it's trending, but really it's just a lot of back and forth. So let's just see how the day plays out. Okay, so we broke up. We're back at the 21 EMA. It is 1:56 p.m. We have about an hour of trading left, hour and a half. Okay, we pulled back to this level here, this sloping trend line. Yeah, I'm done for the day, guys. Look, we broke out above, we pulled back, and we just broke back down. There's absolutely no rhythm to this. It's just back and forth. So we're going to take the day on 7 successful trades and 4 failed trades. That is definitely a chance to be profitable, depending on how many points you took to your benefit and how big of a stop you used. There's definitely room there to make money. And really, you don't have to take all of these. You can take only the best trades that you see are best. So you definitely have an opportunity to be successful today. But this second half of the day is just... This is what I try to avoid because it's just so back and forth. Now let's just finish off the day here. It looks like we broke back up. 243, we're almost at the close. And yeah, look at that mess. I mean, as far as the strategy goes, it's just not really playable. Again, we went sideways, we broke up, we came back. We played around the 21 EMA, but then we just broke down. And then we came up to test it, which would have been a short setup, but then we broke above it and we reversed it. So yeah, guys, that's a lot of sideways action. Let's real quick take a look at the 5-minute chart and see what it looked like today. Sometimes your price chart with your 5-minute candles is easier to read. It's not as detailed. You don't get so much in between action. But really, look at this. Look at this, guys. I think you were better off using the tick chart, because if you saw all of this going on here, that's hard to play as a channel because it's not really trending. It's just kind of like up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. And then it broke down and it went up, down, up, down, up, 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 down, up, down. You know, so I think you're even better using the tick chart today. We had plenty of setups. We had plenty of successful trades. I'm not so sure those would have been as clear over here on the 5-minute. But anyways, guys, another difficult day in the market, but definitely a day that you could have been profitable. So I hope you liked that. I hope it gave you an idea of what it looks like to trade a day that really is not that decisive. One thing I do want to say is that you cannot be gun shy. As you saw, there was a ton of back and forth today. You cannot be gun shy when picking, short or long with this strategy. As soon as it proves that it's moved up, you need to start looking to go long. As soon as it's proved to you that it's moved down, you need to start looking to go short. So, anyways, guys, there it is. We'll be back tomorrow with another review. And look at that messy chart. Man, clean that up.